I'm gonna do a quick rant, give you some info, right? So I got some people I know that are first-time home buyers, right? They want to get into the market, first-time buyers to purchase a house, which I'm totally an advocate for. I want to see more people get into homeownership because I think it's just great overall, right? It's backbone of America. People owning a house, healthy economy, does a lot of great things. Right now it's a hard market to get into because we have a lot of people from the Northeast, from out west, who are moving here. Like, if you think about New York, California, the average income there is a lot higher than the income that's here in Florida, right? So there's a lot of people that are competing with these cash buyers and these institutional investors that are coming in, you know, big companies, organizations trying to just scoop up a bunch of homes. So I heard one example was happening with Opendoor. If you ever heard of Opendoor, they're a company that invests in real estate. They flip houses really quick and then stage them, get them ready, and then put them on the market to sell, right? But they'll come to you. Let's say you have a house that's worth $300,000, right? They'll come to you and be like, hey, you know, we'll pay you $280 and we'll buy your house, and we think it's in pretty good shape. You don't have to show it, we don't have to do anything, but we'll buy it for you $280 right now, and you won't have to do much of an inspection or appraisal. We'll just buy it for you and get it at that price, right? If you're willing to take a little discount, we'll give you some convenience and let you get out of that property really quickly, and you'll get it sold, right? So some people are willing to take that. They're like, wow, this is great. Like, I can sell my house that quick and I just get it to them. I don't have to do all the hassles of doing all this other stuff, and don't even have to go through a realtor, really, you know, just go straight to Opendoor, let them buy the house. So some people are doing that, right? But now what's happening is the growth in the market is happening so quickly, right? And so if you look, there's a listing that was done of the top growing cities in America, right? And there's some cities that are growing so fast that the housing prices are going up. So like, let's say the average houses are going to go up this year nationwide. They says around 11%, right? So let's just round that to 12. Let's say it's 12%, right? That means 1% per month, your value of your house is going to go up. So what happened was people started realizing that houses are going to go up so quick, they would want to sell their house at a discount to get out of it quick. But then they started getting wise to it, right? They're like, I'm not going to sell my house quick. Like, why would I do that and sell for 20 grand less when I can just wait and there'll be someone else who might come in and pay cash and pay over my asset price or over the market value for the home. So then institutional investors like Opendoor's been getting a little smart, right? They're like, all right, so let's see, we're going to get ahead of what the growth is for your home. So it's projected for your home to grow, let's say 1% per year, 1% per month, right? Because 12% for the year. So let's say we're going to give you 3 months of appreciation in the offer we give you for your home. So if your house was 300K, you know, 1% would be another 3 grand, right? So they're going to say, oh, we'll give you 3 months ahead. So 333. We're going to give you 309,000 for your house that's worth 300. So now people are like, oh wow, they're gonna give me over asking and give it to me quick, no inspection, no other stuff, and I just get my house so quick, right? So they're doing it. That's how they're jumping back in the game. So if you think about it, big picture, that's putting a lot of pressure because you got people that are coming in, first-time home buyers, using FHA, 5% down, doing non-conventional mortgage types. Because usually if you're a first-time home buyer, it takes a while to save up the amount of capital that you may need to put your first down payment on a house. And 20% down can be a large sum of money, you know, that's hard to save on an average medium income per year, unless you get some, you know, influx of money. If your family helps you out, your parents help you out, you get some crazy large bonus from work, or, you know, maybe you have a two income household where both you and your wife are working, or spouse, or whoever you're with, you know, but that's not everybody's situation. And even if it is, there are a lot of people in 2 income household situations that still don't have enough that they can save that much money. You know, it takes 50, 60. I mean, if you're talking about a $100,000 house, I mean a $400,000 house, you're talking about 90K you got to put down. If it's a $500,000 house, you got $100,000 you got to put down. That's a lot of money for a lot of people to have saved up, just sitting in the bank waiting to just go purchase a property. So a lot of people try to use other loan methods that offer them less than 20% to put down, so they can first time get into the home. So competing with that is hard because you might be, let's say you're buying a house 300K, you're at your max, you know, that's the max you can do, because when you look at that down payment, even FHA or 5% down, that's the most money you have that you can save and you can put out at once to pay for the down payment and closing costs. Where you got people coming in cash willing to pay 309, give them 3 months of future appreciation now, it's hard to compete. So a lot of people think it's going to turn to a bubble. I still don't think it's going to be a bubble, but there are some sellers who are getting wise to what's happening, and they maybe remember how they were when they were a first-time home buyer, and they're saying, you know what, I don't want to sell to these institutions, these cash people that are going to just come buy this house turn it to a rental, flip it, and then just make money on it, make it hard for other quote unquote regular people to just get into a home. So sometimes they're waiting and saying, hey, I'm gonna wait for some offers to come in that are conventional, that I can know is just a family. Maybe they send me a letter in the mail, they do something to let me know that, hey, you know, these are real people coming to move in this house that's gonna help benefit someone's family for their future, not just some you know, money hungry institution who's gonna come in and try to swoop houses up for a steal of a deal and then make it hard for people to be able to get into a place to rent or a place to own in their home. But it's just something to think about. If you are looking in your first-time home buyer, some ideas you can do with your real estate agent is talk about getting homes that have been on the market a little bit longer. They might need a little bit more tender loving care, but if they've been out there for a while, you got a good chance of maybe getting in on it. Looking in some unconventional areas, you know, maybe not in the heart of the city, but little outskirts. Sometimes you can find better deals there. Or you can also look into finding some homes that are for sale by owner, where they're not necessarily listed, but by owner, you can maybe talk to them and see if they're willing to work out a deal. Because you got to think about, when you're doing business, it's all about your interaction and dealing with people. The more you can get in contact with people that you're doing business with, the more they can do business with you, because business is not always about the numbers. Like I said, there's people out there who are receiving cash offers above the value of their home and still won't sell it because they don't know who they're selling it to. They think they're selling it to some person who just wants to buy properties to have flips or to rent it out and have other additional income. And they're like, no, I'd rather sell my house that I've lived in and worked for and fixed up and has sentimental value to me to another person who's gonna take care of it the way that I took care of it because I own this home and I liked it and this is what helped me get my family started, you know, 10, 15, 20 years ago. That's what some people are thinking. So the more you can get in contact with people, that's how business is done. Business is done because of relationships with people, not because of all the numbers all the time. Because there are people that you could work with and there are things you could do that have great numbers, but if you don't know the people behind it, you have a great risk. And one thing that's hard to calculate is the risk. All the numbers can look right, but things can happen that you never expect. COVID, Ukraine war, political involvement, new laws coming out, Roe versus Wade, like whatever stuff can come out that you'll never know is coming out at that time can always affect what you're doing in business. If you're working with good people, they'll understand that, they'll work with you, and they'll figure things out for you guys to have a successful business arrangement where both of you benefit and get something out of it that's good. But if you're just looking at numbers, that's not the best way, in my opinion, to go about doing stuff in business. So the more you can get in contact with people, the better opportunity you're gonna have. Send some letters, send some emails, look up some information to find out who the owners are, contact the owners, you know, do a little digging, find some things out. And if you're working with a realtor that's doing that, then you have the best chance of getting in on a home if you're a first-time home buyer. But that's my suggestions to people that are looking into that so that they can have a better opportunity to get into their first home. I hope it helps. And yeah, let me know about your wins. I'm excited for you.